Hello, friend, and welcome to a special trilogy episode of Couch Tales: Why We Do What We Do, the place where we dive into the funny, sometimes not so funny psychology of what makes us tick. I'm your host, Aliyah. Over the next 3 episodes, we're going to dive into a real-life, heart-wrenching, and sometimes jaw-dropping story about Stan, a man with a heart full of narcissism, and Baby Doll, the woman who fell for his charm, only to discover the dark side lurking beneath. This is the start of a 3-part journey where we explore the dynamics of a relationship shaped by narcissism, love bombing, manipulation, and the slow unraveling of something that seemed perfect at first. So let's dive in. Meet Stan and Baby Doll. Stan was 60 years old when he met Baby Doll, a 44-year-old woman who stole his heart the moment he laid eyes on her. Stan was immediately drawn to Baby Doll's beauty. She had silky hair, a dazzling smile, and a confident yet humble energy that seemed to light up the room. Stan was smitten, and for the first few months he treated her like a queen. He gave her compliments, showered her with affection, and made her feel like the most important person in the world. But then, things started to change. As their relationship progressed, Baby Doll started noticing something strange. After months of feeling like the center of his universe, Stan began making comments that didn't quite sit right. He'd tell her she was too flirty when she was simply being friendly with others, like the waiters who served them. "Why are you looking at him like that?" he'd accuse her, even though she was just having a normal conversation with a friend. But here's the thing. Baby Doll wasn't flirting at all. She was just being herself, confident and kind, as she always had been. So why was Stan accusing her of these things? Wasn't he the one who showered her with affection just a few months ago because of the way she naturally was? The insecurity behind Stan's words. Stan wasn't accusing Baby Doll because she was actually doing something wrong. He was accusing her because of his own insecurities. Stan had become consumed with self-doubt. As Baby Doll's beauty and charm continued to shine, Stan's deep-seated fear of losing her began to creep in. His own self-worth was tied to her affection, and he feared that someone else might take her away. Instead of confronting his own insecurities, he projected them onto her. This led to him becoming nasty in his words and actions. He started gaslighting Baby Doll, making her question whether she was being too flirtatious or even too attractive. He would criticize her for things she never did, and all of a sudden, Baby Doll found herself walking on eggshells around someone she once thought was her loving partner. Just a reminder, this episode is for informational purposes only and not considered professional advice. But if you've ever found yourself questioning the love someone is offering, stick around. This one's for you. So why do we act this way? Why is Stan acting like this? Well, narcissism is often rooted in deep insecurities and a need for constant validation. Stan's need for admiration and control led him to belittle the very person he claimed to love. He didn't know how to handle his feelings of inadequacy, so he lashed out. Psychologists often point out that narcissism comes from a fragile sense of self-worth. The narcissist needs constant praise and admiration to feel validated, and when that doesn't come, they resort to manipulation and criticism to maintain a sense of control. In Stan's case, as Baby Doll became more independent, his own insecurities grew, and rather than deal with them, he attacked the very person who made him feel better about himself. Another friendly reminder, this is not professional advice. But if it were, here's how to cope with it. How to spot narcissistic behavior and what to do about it. Number 1, notice patterns. Stan's behavior followed a pretty common narcissistic cycle. First, the love bombing, showering Baby Doll with affection. Then came the devaluation, criticizing her actions and accusing her of things she never did. If you see this pattern, take a step back and ask yourself whether you're really being loved or just admired. Number 2, Recognize the gaslighting patterns. Gaslighting is a manipulative tactic where someone makes you question your reality. If someone is making you feel like you're overreacting when you're not, trust your gut. Narcissists use this to undermine their partner's self-esteem. Number 3, set boundaries. If someone's insecurities are making them lash out at you, it's important to set boundaries. Stan's accusations were a result of his own fear, but Baby Doll didn't have to absorb his toxic energy. She could set limits on how she allowed him to treat her. Number 4, focus on your own self-worth. If you find yourself in a relationship with a narcissist, don't let their behavior make you doubt yourself. Stan's issues were his own, and Baby Doll shouldn't let his criticisms define her. She deserved someone who loved her for who she was, not just how she made him feel. Stan's relationship with Baby Doll wasn't about genuine love, it was about control and validation. But for Baby Doll, this toxic cycle would only continue if she didn't recognize what was happening. True love doesn't come with conditions or accusations, it's about support, trust, and kindness. So if you ever find yourself in a relationship where you feel criticized, gaslit, or unloved, remember this: you are worthy of genuine love, love that lifts you up, not tears you down. All right, that's it for today's episode of Couch Tales, Why We Do What We Do. I'm your host, Aliyah, and if you like this episode, please take a moment to follow us, click that subscribe button, and share it with a friend. Drop a comment below about a time you've seen narcissistic behavior, or maybe a time you realize you weren't in a healthy relationship. Until next time, friend, stay curious, stay kind, and stay tuned for episode 2 and 3.